And the Shorty Award goes to Shetty.
Thank you so much, Shorty Awards. Thank you to all of you. I feel so grateful and honored to have this. The truth is, we're in the middle of Mental Health Awareness Month, and I feel like, thank you, it's amazing to see so many creators using their platforms to express their personal mental health challenges, to be elevating all the time, because that responsibility that we all have to have a positive impact on our own mental health and the mental health of our community and our audience. So well done to each and every one of you that are doing that. I'm trying my best too. Everyone who's nominated today, thank you for doing what you're doing. It's so, so important. Thank you so much. Have a great night. How's it going? Good to see you. You alright? Yeah, really well. This is Adan.
Awesome.
This is Stephanie. Oh, thank you.
I'm Suzanne. I'm the show runner. It's so nice to see you. She was like,
me and Katrina used to work together at HuffPost.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I loved the guests they had here. And I used to have a show at HuffPost called Follow the Reader. So I was interviewing guests every day. But I loved the guests they had here. And I remember coming to Susan and being like, I really want to be a host here. Like, I think it would be awesome. Like, I'd love to speak to these people and get more powerful messages out there. I was just saying, I was with Ariana Huffington yesterday, and I was with her team, and so many people have said no to me, and I realized that those were the best things ever. So now when I hear no, I never get angry. I'm just like, no, there's a reason, and there's going to be something much bigger and better afterward.
Everybody, please welcome Shetty. Let's hear it. Thanks so much for coming here. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to be here.
Do you think that we have a purpose or we have multiple purposes?
I think life shifts. I think in different phases of our life, we have different purposes. I think when we're building our careers, we have a purpose. When people become parents, they have a purpose. When we're at the beginning of our lives, we have a different purpose. I think purposes shift. And I think our obsession with finding the one purpose is what often takes us away from many amazing ones. I love a thought from Albert Einstein where he said that if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. And so when I read something or I hear something, my constant fascination is, how do I make this really simple? A, to prove to myself that I understand it, and so that it actually helps other people too. I think one of the biggest challenges we hear about purpose today is that it starts with just something you're passionate about. And so people are like, find your passion, live your passion, do what you're passionate about, follow your heart. And while I think those are all nice phrases and quotes and ideas, one of the things that's missing is investing in your passion. So for me, purpose is across four things, and this is similar to the Ikigai model, and it's also similar to the Dharma model, but from Vedic and Chinese backgrounds. So the model expects you to find something you love, something you're good at, something the world needs, and something that you can be paid for. When you find the intersection of those four, that's your purpose right there. Notice how two important facets are something you love, but also something you're good at. And I think that's often missed. Sometimes we're doing something we're passionate about,
but we're terrible at it.
We're terrible at it, right? Like, I like playing soccer, football, and I love playing football, but I'm not Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not a world star athlete. And so that can't be my purpose because I'm okay. I'm average at football.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And what I try and do is, and you'll see on my notes, what I try and do is we break the person down into what we believe they represent. So we have background, life, which is more like health, mental health and stuff, and then culture. Right. And so that's what I think Charlemagne has, is like the background to him, what's his view on what's his view and life tips, and then what is his views on culture, because that's what he represents so much. And then we have a final five for every guest, which is like the quick fire round. Yeah. Hey man, how's it going, man? It's such a pleasure to meet you, man.
How are you?
Jay, thank you for taking the time, man. I appreciate it. Hey, how's it going, Jay? Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming. Please jump in, find a seat.
I think my father was telling me that if I didn't change my behavior, if I didn't change my lifestyle, I was gonna end up in jail, dead, or broke, sitting under the tree. So when you see things happen to other people, wise people learn from those mistakes. But a lot of times, you have to go through things yourself, in order to really learn from them. That's why they say smart people learn from their own mistakes, wise people learn from the mistakes of others. I wasn't wise then. Before that, I always knew that everything was mental. Like I always knew that, and it can go back to like Another Bad Creation saying everything is mental, TLC saying everything is mental, RZA saying everything is mental. Everything starts with your thoughts. Like when they teach you in kindergarten, if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Like you have to be mentally healthy to even have that kind of optimism. And you wonder why so many brothers in the hood, so many sisters in the hood don't have that kind of optimism. It's because they're dealing with their insecurity and their anxiety and their depression and just trauma and pain. How can I think clearly? How can this tool that can change my life, which is my brain, how can I properly use that if I got all of these, obstacles and these distractions in my head that are keeping me from thinking optimistically? Are you the type of man you would want your daughter to date? Yeah, probably me from 35 to 40. Anything before that, hell no. But that's honestly, think about that question. Like, if you got girls, are you the type of man that you would want your daughter to date? Like stuff like that is what'll help you go out there and get the healing you need if the answer is no. You just gotta let people grow, you gotta let people evolve, you gotta let people make their mistakes. We're all works in progress. I don't know what I'm gonna be 10 years from now. I have no idea, and guess what? I'm fine with that. You tell me what I want to do on a professional level, I can tell you some things I want to do on a professional level. On a personal level, I just want to continue to grow. I want to continue to heal. I want to be the best I can be mentally. I want to be the best I can be spiritually. I want to be the best I can be emotionally. That's what I want to do on a personal level. The personal growth is more important to me than the professional growth.
So I think we're programmed that when we hear the word no, we're programmed to believe that that's negative, right? No is seen as a negative in our minds, in our brains. That's how we make that connection. We never connect the word no to a good thing. If you're walking through somewhere and you want to go into a shop and someone says, no, it's closed, it feels like it's a bad thing. If you're applying for a job and they say no, you feel like you've been rejected. But actually no, when I reflect on it and I look at it in hindsight in my life, and I'd encourage you to reflect on it in hindsight in your life, think about all the times you've heard no and what new door you've opened because you heard no. All the times you heard the word no were actually openings to somewhere new, and you found another way. And I think that's the beauty, that we live in a world today where there are literally multiple paths to your goal. When I hear the word no now, it's feedback that I'm not ready yet. It's feedback that I need to work more. It's feedback that I need to become more smart and clever and strategic about what I'm doing. And I love that because it's feedback. And so when I see no as feedback rather than a rejection, it means I know what I need to change. And then there's the beauty of it, that things happen at the right time. And what I mean by that is, again, if you're consistently working hard, if you're pushing towards your goals, if you're doing what you love and what you're passionate about and what you're good at, then things will open up at the right time when you'll actually be able to make more of them.